For today's round, I'll be playing Lakeshore Golf Course, which was a golf course here in Oshkosh. Unfortunately, it's not here anymore, and I'm going to be playing the par 3s today and just kind of, for me, take a trip down memory lane. Here's hole 3, a 127-yard par 3. I can say I don't really remember the trees being on either side. There actually was and is a highway that's on the left side. There may have been some trees on the right, but it's unfortunately been a number of years and I really don't remember it like this. So it's cool that I get to play it again, but I wouldn't say this hole's how I remember it. But I'll for sure take a par. On hole 6 that I just showed, that was actually where I had my first eagle, and I can't remember for sure, but I think it may have also so far been my only eagle. And it was actually a chip-in eagle, and what sucks about it is I was playing by myself. It was a legit eagle. I only keep score the right way, but it reminded me also my first ever birdie was also a chip-in down in Florida. I don't remember what course that first birdie was, but now I kind of want to see if I can try and find that because I was with my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, down at her grandma's, and now I want to see if I can find that course because my first eagle was a chip-in, my first birdie was a chip-in. Thankfully, I've had plenty of birdies, but I think I still have only had the one eagle, and a few videos back, I showed you guys where I had my hole-in-one. A hole-in-one, I think, by default is kind of a chip-in, so it's kind of cool that my first of hole-in-one, eagle, birdie have all been chip-ins. Here's hole 9, which is a 189-yard par 3. It says it's only 6 feet uphill, and I always definitely thought it was more than that, but maybe it wasn't. And this one was kind of interesting because the clubhouse was actually directly past the green, so you definitely did not want to go long here. I have my 6-iron. Oh, that was fat. I had that one so chunky. I hit way behind that. Oh, it just stopped. It didn't keep going, so that's going to be a bogey. Here's hole 11. It says 151 yards. I could go with my 8-iron, which is about 156, or I could go with my 9-iron, which is about 145. But but I think I'm going to go with my 8-iron here because if I hit my 8-iron well, I'm only going to be a little long, and it's 165 to the back of the green, where if I hit my 9-iron a little poorly, it's going to be short. So let me go with my 8-iron here. Oh, I pulled it. Come on, stay up, stay afloat. That seems unrealistic. That should be in the water, I think. But I guess you got to take advantage of it. Let's see if I can get a par here. Oh, it just stopped. It's not rolling. It's another bogey. Here's hole 13, which is a 183-yard par 3, and I'll have to be honest, I don't really remember this hole. I'm sure this is what it was, but I really have a hard time remembering this one. So I have my 6-iron though. Oh, I hit that fat too. I know I have not been mentioning it, but when I'm in the rough or sand, I am losing power. So in this case, I'm in the rough, so I'm losing 10% power. On my last chip shot, I was accounting for that. It just didn't roll out like I expected it to. Gonna be a par. I don't fully remember that tree in the middle of the fairway, but I do think it was there. I just can't remember 100%. But I want to say it was there because I think I remember having to like hit around it or lay up around it. I'm pretty sure it was there, but it just I can't remember if that was Lakeshore or another course. But it just goes back to me thinking like a tree in the fairway is dumb. Period. So in this one here, like I'm not going to play it, but it's 290 yards to the pin. It says it's 7 feet downhill here. I always thought it was a lot more than that. Again, maybe it always looked like it. Maybe it was only 7 feet, but I would have thought it was a lot more. So that was Lakeshore Golf Course, which used to be a golf course in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I personally wish it still was, but our city decided that a corporation headquarters should go there instead. So I'm not the most thrilled about it. It is what it is. Can't do anything about it now. But another thing I just remembered as I was recording this is in 2010, which was only a few years after I kind of really started getting into golf, I took second place in my flight of the city tournament, which was a C flight. Again, I was just getting into golf at that time, but I was pretty happy to take second place. And the person that beat me, I'm sure that a lot of people think this, but probably should have been in the flight above where he was because he shot really well. I shot, I think it was like an 80 and 82 or something like that. It was really good. I took second place. For me, that was awesome. And it was awesome with Home to Hero to go back and kind of relive this course. And it's funny how some things you really don't remember the way they used to be, or maybe Home to Hero was perfect and that's exactly how it was, other than the highway, and there's actually Lake Winnebago, a giant lake, was on the outside of it. But other than that, like just playing the holes and seeing those layouts was just really cool to see that memory brought back to me. So thank you, the person yesterday who requested to play the course in Canada that closed down, Mayfield, I think it was. And because of that, now I want to see if I can find that course where I had my first birdie at and maybe play that. So that way I can get those courses all done here on Home to Hero. Otherwise, if you are watching and there's any specific courses that you want to see me play on either Home to Hero or GS Pro, please leave a comment with the name of the course, where it's located, and if there's any specific holes you want to see me play, please let me know which holes those are, and I'll do my best to accommodate. Otherwise, as always, thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I really do enjoy making these videos. Thank you.